everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, I'm like way behind on making videos for comics and things. I've just been really busy. On one hand, it's been work. The other hand, I've been going through some really serious family things. So I really haven't had time to like make videos or anything. I actually haven't even been reading all of my comics or whatever, but I have read a few. So, and I've still been sort of buying them. So I guess I'll talk about a couple of things that I read that I actually had some particular thoughts about that I've read over the past 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll show you other things that I bought as well. So let's jump into this one. First, we'll start with Shaft Imitation of Life #2. I've been enjoying the story so far. Basically, what the plot is Shaft is investigating the disappearance of this couple's son, and it turns out the kid was gay, and he may or may not have kind of fallen into they don't know if it's like prostitution or making X-rated movies or something like that. But the story's pretty well written, really tight script. Decent art. It's not flashy art, but it's really decent, really functional. Just it really gets the story across. One thing I thought was pretty funny is, like I said, it's set in the early '70s. Of course, everybody knows there's the Shaft movie came out during that time period. So there's this little subplot here where John Shaft gets hired as a consultant on a black exploitation film, obviously set during that time period. And so it doesn't say it, but you kind of get the idea this guy's supposed to be a stereotypical, I guess maybe Jewish, agent type guy. And, here's one guy who's supposed to be kind of like the black militant radical filmmaker. And John is just kind of like looking at these guys like, oh brother, you know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting. Mockingbird #1. I really enjoyed this comic. I don't know how much of a hit it is right now, but I had fun with it. Basically, Mockingbird is superhero / super spy, shield agent. But it has a very, very different feel than the Black Widow comic. It's a lot more lighthearted, a lot more quirky. I guess quirky is the word I want to use. They really kind of bring in the various bits from her past. Her long continuity. Of course, she's been an Avenger. She's been a spy. Before that, she was a scientist. And, of course, she was married to Hawkeye at one point. But there's a really funny thing where they go back and forth through time with whatever mission she's supposed to be working on. And we're just only getting little hints of that. We're also getting little hints of that she may or may not be developing some sort of powers or whatever. And this is all being brought out through her trips to the doctor, because there's also this bit where supposedly she has a little bit of the super soldier serum in her blood, as well as the Infinity formula that Nick Fury has, which is the thing that's allegedly keeping him young all these years. So, like I said, it's a little bit offbeat isn't quite the right word I want to use, but it's kind of fun, kind of quirky. It's like this: if the Black Widow comic is the Daniel Craig James Bond, this is like the kind of campy Roger Moore '70s Bond. So yeah, okay. Spider-Woman #5. Fun, lighthearted. I really like the art and everything. One thing I wanted to point out is I really dig the storytelling close to the end. Basically, what's been happening is Jessica Drew has had a baby. Okay, we don't know who the father is yet, but at this point in the issue, her friends decide to give her kind of a night off from like watching a kid and crime fighting and everything else and everything like that. So they hire a babysitter. Actually, the babysitter is Porcupine, one of her kind of workers or whatever. And I really dig the next couple pages here. I think this is really, really good. comic book cartoony storytelling. There's no dialogue here, and you don't even get the expressions on people's faces, but you know exactly what's going on in the story. You see how everybody else is hanging out, having conversations, talking about various things. At the same time, all Jessica Drew can think of is what's going on with the babies. You know, here's Hawkeye's thinking he's hitting on girls. Hellcat's thinking about her next drink. You know, Jen Walters is kind of socializing. Carol Danvers is trying to not socialize, and like I said, Jessica's just thinking, oh, what about the baby? Does Porcupine know what he's doing here? There's even this little interlude where they beat up some like bad guys, and Jessica's still thinking about, you know, what's going on with the baby. And finally, you know, the night's kind of wrapping up, and the first thing she has to do is just rush right home because she's worried something's going, you know, something must be going on, you know. And of course, everything's fine. But anyway, like my point is, it's solid visual comic book storytelling where you can tell what's going on even without the words and everything. So I thought that was really great. I also got Scarlet Witch #4. Been enjoying this series. Really been liking these David Aja covers. Even with something like this, it's simple, it's striking. There's literally, I mean, there's only one actual color on here. It's black and white, and then a splash of red. And I really like how they've been doing it. I've really been liking the composition of all the different covers, the symbolism they've been using, and you know, if I don't want to quite say that the comic's worth getting for the covers alone, but these covers are just really been excellent so far. Okay, so other things I've gotten over the past couple weeks. Got Stray Bullets 13, Sunshine and Roses. Haven't read it yet, but I really enjoyed this series. I think it's awesome. Saw Sleepy Reader and a couple other people talking about the violence, so I thought I'd give it a try. This is issue 1. Haven't read it yet. Power Man and Iron Fist #2. Have read it. It's fun. It's fun comic. I thought maybe the art could use even though I like it, it could maybe use just a little bit of tightening up, but I really enjoy it. Poison Ivy #3. It's okay. I'm more intrigued by the story than I am by the art, but it's decent. Captain Marvel '3. Decent comic. I'm not as into it as I was with the previous series. That was literally my job calling me to tell me to come in again. So, you know. But anyway, yeah, Captain Marvel #3. I think it's okay, but I actually enjoyed the previous volume a little bit more. There's nothing bad about this comic. It's just, I don't know. It's just okay. It's just okay. All right, Doctor Strange #6. Decent, really decent. Been enjoying it. Insects #4. Haven't read this issue yet, but it's the weirdest comic book alive. It's the Victorian age and sex and violence and witchcraft and insect people, and it's just nuts. And yeah, dig it. What else did I get? Hangman #3 from Dark Circle / Archie Comics. Again, interesting story. Wish I liked the art a little bit more. Hellcat #4. Haven't read it yet. Super Zero #4. Doc Mirage #4. Ultimates #5. Did read this. Saw somebody online say something to the effect of, basically this issue explains Marvel's version of Hyper Time. And yeah, I see how they could say that. Last Gang in Town #4. A lot of #4s that came out in the last couple of weeks. This is all different Avengers #7. This is a crossover with Standoff. Did read this. It's decent. Adam Kubert is back on art, so that's nice. I just don't know how I feel like about a lot of big events that come out these days, but yeah. Mystery Girl number 4. Astro City 33. Injection number 8. Oh, and I've picked up some back issues of All New Wolverine. I think I have another one that I picked up today, but I got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 6. Okay. And comic books I picked up today, which of course I haven't gotten to yet. I got Circuit Breaker by Carol Baker. I guess it's kind of like a tribute to Astro Boy, tribute homage, I guess, from Image Comics. All New Wolverine, number 4. Guest starring Doctor Strange. All New Captain America, number 7. Or actually, you know what this is? This is really, let's see here. And I was looking for the legal matter, but I'm not going to look too hard for, oh wait, here. This is Captain America Sam Wilson, number 7. But of course, it's basically the 75th anniversary of Steve Rogers. So it's kind of an anthology. So there's a variety of different stories by different artists, basically, like I said, celebrating Steve Rogers. So, and this cover, even this cover here, is kind of a tribute to that first issue from 1941 or so. Is this Alex Ross? I don't see his signature, but it looks like Alex Ross. Okay. And the other thing I got here is Fight Club. Oh, is this the end? No. It's Fight Club 2, number 10. Okay. Oh, wait. This isn't number 10. This is number 9. Did number 10 come out this week? This is number 9. Okay, all right. So anyway, that's it. So I got to thank you very much for listening, and you all have a great day.